Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, class 8. I hope all of you are fine and having good health with the grace of Allah Almighty. Today we are going to start next text of unit number 2, that is horses, and its title is Polo at Shandur Pass. This is a factual story, and in this story we will read about a very interesting game, polo, that is played in the northern areas of Pakistan these days. This game belonged to the ancient times, and this was started in 6th century AD in Persia, and it was given the status of national game of Persia. From there, it spread to Arabia, and from there it came to the Central Asian countries like China, Japan, and Tibet. This game was actually started playing by the nomads. Nomads are the people who move from one place to another place in search of food and greenery, and they mostly rear the animals. So in olden times, the people mostly use the horses to travel from one place to another place. So nomads started playing this game, and this game actually shows their love for horse riding. And eventually this love came in the form of a game, polo. Now have a look on the reading. First paragraph: the origins of polo in Central Asia go back as far as the 6th century BC, when it was a training game for the king's cavalry units. Cavalry are the soldiers who fought on the horseback. To those warlike mean hostile tribesmen, people belonging to the specific group who played the game with as many as 100 players aside. It was a miniature means small scale battle war. 12 centuries later, in the 6th century AD, polo had become the national game of Persia. From the Persia, the game spread to Arabia, then to Tibet, China, and Japan. In this paragraph, it is discussed that this game was started in Persia, where it was given the status of the national game, and from there it spread to the different areas like Arab countries and the Central Asian countries like Tibet, China, and Japan. Next paragraph: it was a dangerous game in those days in China. In the year 910 AD, the emperor Apache, his favorite relative, was killed in the game, and he ordered the beheading. These are the two pronunciation of this word of all the players. Beheading mean to cut down the head of someone. The word polo comes from the Tibetan word polo, meaning ball game. But the ball they played with was possibly not the one we know today. In this paragraph, it is told that this was very dangerous game in olden times, because the people became very serious while playing this game, and if someone was killed, this game took the shape of a war. And this game, polo, actually has been derived from Tibetan word polo. It means a ball game, but the ball that was used at that time was not the same as we can see today. Next paragraph: yet more centuries later, in 1930s, in the Hindu Kush highland between Chitral and Gilgit, the Mir of Moskaj decided to promote peaceful relations by holding a polo match. The British resident of the time, Colonel Evelyn Hay Cobb, who was a keen polo player, suggested holding the tournament in the Shandur Pass, which is 11,000 feet, that is 3,700 meter above the sea level, where he could realize his dream of playing polo by moonlight. Perched means sit to rest dramatically on the ridge. Ridge is a mountainous area between the heaven and the hell. The Shandur Pass polo ground is surrounded by some of the most spectacular mountain scenery in the world. Spectacular mean eye-catching. In this paragraph, it is told that the Mir of Moscow decided to promote peaceful and calm relations. For this, he decided to conduct a polo match. The same suggestion was given by the British colonial Evelyn Hay Cobb, who was a keen player of the polo himself. He suggested that there must be a polo match to promote the friendly relationships among the different tribes. Now, come on, next paragraph. The rules of those early games between Chitral and Gilgit were ancient. The games lasted an hour with a 10-minute break between the two 30-minute chakkar. The polo ground, the same one as is used today, is smaller in both breadth and width than a conventional means regular modern ground, and it is surrounded by a stone wall, frequently cause of serious injury to fallen players both back in the 1930s and now. In this paragraph, it is told told that the ground was almost same as we can see today, but it was smaller in length and width. And this game was started playing on the by following the ancient rules. This game consists of two halves with a 10 minutes break, and the ground is covered by a wall which sometimes cause the injuries to the players and the spectators. Next paragraph: every year's injuries and even the deaths are recorded amongst the many thousands of spectators. Spectators mean onlookers, watchers who make their way along the treacherous mean dangerous route to the polo ground from Chitral. Even in the jeep, the drive is 9 hours. From Gilgit, it is 13 hours. The trek on foot along the vertiginous mean slopy path. Now narrow stony pass is the best. Nerve-wracking means stressful. In this paragraph there is discussion about the distance. If we move in jeep, then it will take 9 hours from Chitral, and from Gilgit it will take 13 hours. And if we move on the foot, then it will take too long and it would be stressful for us. Next paragraph: the journey is dangerous for the ponies too, which is also have to make the perilous 5 days trek. They are Pakistani bred Punjabi and Afghan Badakshani ponies, bred from Himalayan mountain ponies, and English thoroughbreds, a powerful breed indeed. The horses also find it tough to travel, and it almost they take 5 hours to move on that track. And the horses were also bred in Pakistan, and they were Punjabi and Afghan Badakshani horses. And the strongest horses that came from the Britain breed, that was called the English thoroughbreds. They also came here to play. And animals and the as animals and the spectators finally reach the polo ground, the Hindu Kush landscape is transformed. A sea of the tents spills over the area, with the people camping out in the temperatures which range from minus 10 degrees centigrade at night to plus 40 degrees centigrade during the day. And the spectators cover every possible vantage point. The whole area is a vibrant crush of excited people, police in combat gear, armed soldiers and peddlers, entertainers, food and craft stalls. As the start of the tournament nears, the tension rises even the higher. So in this paragraph, it is discussed that the spectators came there and they fixed their tents, and they almost cover all the possible viewpoints from there. From where they can see the match easily. And the temperature there is almost minus 10 degrees centigrade night, and during the day is plus 40 degree. So there also come the people like policemen, paddlers, and other entertainers, and the people with food stalls also come there for to enjoy and watch the match. Now have a look on the meanings of the difficult words. First word is warlike. It means aggressive, offensive, cavalry, soldiers who fought on the horseback. Perched, it means sit, to have rest. Ridge mean mountain range. Frequented mean visited often, visited habitually. Treacherous mean dangerous. Vertiginous mean extremely steep. Vantage mean viewpoint. And jubilant mean overjoyed, means to show the feelings of great happiness, and to show their feelings of to show their feelings of happiness and joyous feeling. Now after that we will move on page number uh, 48. There column is given, and I will explain you the meaning of the given phrases, and after that you will do this column on the book. First word is to be caught red-handed. It means to catch the criminal or the person who found in the act of doing something wrong. Next is a hand to mouth existence. It means to lead a miserable life, or to lead the life of poverty. To know something like the back of your hand, it means to know something well. Or next to know something well, or to be absolutely familiar with something. To dress in hand me downs, it means to wear the clothes of someone who has already used them. To come in handy, it means to make it useful, to be useful. To keep one's hand in, it means to maintain one's expression in a particular area. A hands-on exhibition, it means a place where the people public can touch and feel the exhibits, means where the things are displayed for the people, to provide them entertainment and to as a source of recreation. And after that, we will move to the next concept that are mostly used in the poem. First term is simile. Simile is a comparison made between the two different things by using like or as. For example, as sweet as pie, colorful like crayons. He is as white as snow. He is as beautiful as rose. Um, Next term is metaphor. In metaphor, we make the comparison between two different things directly. We do not use the word like or as. For example, she is the apple of my eye. He or she and apple of my eye are compared without using like or as. In the same way, he proved himself a lion in the battlefield. Here, he and lion is compared. In the same way, he is moon, he is rose. So, in this way, we can create our own examples without using like or as. Now, have a look on some more examples. Her heart is like gold, that is simile, because here comes like and but next is her heart is gold. The world is like a stage, the world is stage. So now come on, come for homework. You will write the meanings of difficult words on your notebook and the examples of similes and metaphor on grammar notebook, and you will also do the page number 48. I hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you. Allah.